Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome to FroManMark's Editing Challenge. Let's roll the intro.
FroManMark's Editing Challenge.
Welcome back to FroManMark's Editing Challenge. I am FroManMark, you are a viewer, and welcome to the Editing Challenge. What is an editing challenge, you may ask? Well, I take the photos, you at home get to edit them. Whether you're a photographer or someone who's never touched the camera before, everyone is welcome to enter the editing challenge. Now it is a challenge, not a competition, so everyone is entered to welcome because everyone sees the world differently. So whether you're a photographer or someone who's never touched the camera before, anyone is welcome to enter the editing challenge because it's a challenge. And we all want to see what you can do, and because everyone thinks the world should look a certain way. So if you think the sky should be purple, make the sky purple. If you think that, this photo will look better with, crazy effects and stuff, do whatever you gotta do. Everyone is welcome to enter the editing challenge, so please, if you're interested in entering, hit me up with the email down below and I will send you the info. It's free, it's fun, it's a fun way to be creative. Why not, right? If you're wondering what I'm drinking this week, I'm drinking this cool Dragon Ball Z drink. Just by the closest I'll ever get to drinking rosé. Get it? Because Goku, black, rosé wine. I don't drink. Now I want to give a really big shout out to someone, and I'm just gonna say before even I say who it is, if you've watched any of these videos before, you might be noticing something different about this one, and that is the background music. So I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Jay Santa, and a big thank you for producing these original custom-made backtracks. So the music you're listening to now is produced by him, everything is by him. So Jay Santa went out and he was just like, hey Mark, can I make some background music for the editing challenge? And yes, yes please. So it's all original music you're hearing now, all made by Jay Santa himself. So I think that is so cool. So please go check out Jay Santa. He's got 2 bangers out now, a lot of really cool stuff coming. We're working on some cool stuff. So Jay Santa, again, big thank you, big shout out. Music by Jay Santa now. That is so cool to say. So the original music you're listening to this whole video is by Jay Santa. And more coming. So right now we're going to just loop them as we finish, but he's got more coming. So that is so cool. So thank you, Jay Santa. Huge shout out. I really appreciate you, homie. So let's get into week 18. Oh my God, week 18. So week 18 is this cool photo of a waterfall I took in Oregon. I was there with Brianna and Amber, and this is a waterfall we drove to, we walked to. There was no service at all, so it was really interesting. Like, we were trying to find out where it was. I think we actually used a real map at one point to try to find this thing. So we get there, we walked to the waterfall. It was nice. I actually ripped my pants here. So going over a fence to get this photo, I ripped my pants, and then later on the trip when we went to that lighthouse, I got my other pants covered in mud. So yeah, not a good trip to be my pants. But hey, I really hope you enjoy this photo even more now, knowing that I had to sacrifice a pair of pants for them. So yeah, it was pretty cold when we were there, and I had to walk around in shorts because, I lost them. I lost my pants. Oh my God, I forgot about that. So yeah, so here are the settings for this photo. What lens I used, what aperture I was at, what f-stop. Any questions to why I did what I did, please comment down below and let's start a conversation. So with that being said, let's get into the edits. Let's grab the iPad. Let's see what you at home and everyone else did, and let's get into it. Let's check them out. So the iPad is chosen first. I don't even have to look at the name. I already know that's Brianna's edit. And just double check, yep, that is Brianna's edit. So first we have Brianna, and here's Brianna's before and after. And obviously the purples look awesome. The purples and greens really flow really well here, which I think is great. And the waterfall is kind of untouched by the color change, which I think really helps make it look just more realistic. I know it's ridiculous purples, and but just the waterfall being the natural color helps really just bring this whole thing together really well. But the colors fuse really well. I think it's a really good, overall the photos looks really nice. Like the color palette looks really cool here. The greens and the purples flow so well together. I think it's like not overdone too much, so I think it's just a really good touch. So really good job on this one, Brianna. And also for those watching, I'm shooting this on Friday. You're hopefully watching it sometime after that, of course. But Saturday, so tomorrow, my time, Saturday, is Brianna's birthday. So please, in the comments down below, wish Brianna happy birthday. And Brianna, happy birthday. I know I've said it to you before, but happy birthday. Next, we have Tom Fox. Here's Tom Fox's before and after. And Tom Fox, first thing I'm gonna notice is he got rid of the guy standing on the overlook over there. Really cool job on that one. and just overall the vibes look really cool here. Kind of has a little bit like a warmer tint to it overall, the whole photo, so I think that flows really well. I think the photo itself just has really good, the coloring just works really well as like a nature shot, so I think that just flows really well. The colors look great. Overall, this is a really cool and balanced edit. It just flows really nice. I really just love the colors overall from top to bottom. It just flows really nice, so really good job on this one, Tom. Next, we have my edit. Here's my before and after, and I'm a fan of my edit, of course. So first thing I did is I really wanted to make it kind of like a more like nature-y, bright kind of photo. So I upped the exposure. I masked out the waterfall, upped the details on the waterfall to kind of give the waterfall a little bit more clarity and make it pop a little bit more. Like I said, more of the detail. I worked on the greens a lot, you know, and obviously if you ever worked in Lightroom's yellows, because you know green never is under green, it's always under the yellow slider bar for some bizarre reason. So I worked on the yellows and greens to get them really where I wanted them to look. And then I went into Photoshop to get rid of the railings, and I was like, you know what, I feel like it needs something there, so I added a bear. Yep, added a bear. And then I felt like I needed something else, so I added Bigfoot. So I added the bear and Bigfoot. Unfortunately, those were not really there. Probably better for our safety purposes. But yeah, added bear, added a Bigfoot. And I'm just going to say this, I'm not going to show it, but when I was in Photoshop trying to add Bigfoot, one of the options it gave me was absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, obviously I love my edit with or without the bear and Bigfoot, but I just wanted to make it a little bit more interesting, so I added the bear and Bigfoot just because, like I said, on the editing challenge I love to push myself and do stuff I wouldn't normally do for my normal photos, so I'm a fan. So I hope you enjoy my edit, and let's check out the next one. Next we have Nick. Here's Nick's before and after. Nick, the vibe looks cool on this one, so overall like the vibe just looks super cool on this one. You know, it just flows really well. The colors look different. It's like kind of like a fall-y tint without getting rid of all the greens, which I like, and it's kind of hard to do. There's a little bit of like blue in the rock, so it looks like it's a cooler temperature feel, which I do dig. And the waterfall looks cool. It has like a little bit of a blue tint to it, so it looks like he kind of lowered the temperature a little bit to make it a little bit more blue. Overall, the flow is really nice in this photo from top to bottom. The imaging looks great, so really good job on this one, Nick. Next we have Marissa. Here's Marissa's before and after. So Marissa did a cool job with this one. It's a little bit darker, which really makes the waterfall stand out more since it's kind of so like white and bright. So I think that works really well for this photo. The colors really pop well. I think she upped the saturation a bit. So I do like it because you see like kind of a bluey tint to the waterfall, which I think really flows really well. I get it, waterfall flow. I think the photo really flows well. The colors look good, and overall it's a really good edit. So good job on this one, Marissa. Next we have Sarah. Here's Sarah's before and after. So Sarah did a cool job on this one. The temperature looks like it's warmer to kind of give a little bit warmer vibe to the whole thing, which I like. And she got rid of the railings, so really good job on that one. Proud of you for that. But the greens work really well. I think my favorite thing is there's some dead bushes in it, and this kind of temperature she did really kind of draws away from it, so it's really hard to even notice where they are. So I think that coloring really did a really good job and did the photo a lot of justice. So overall, it's a really good touch on this one. So really good job on this one, Sarah. Next we have Taylor. Here's Taylor's before and after. So adding the sun glare is a really nice touch. I like how the circle of the center of the sun glare is like right over the waterfall. I really like that, and it continues to go through. So overall, you know, the coloring of the photo also looks really cool. It's very luscious and green, which I like, and also the waterfall has a lot of blue to it, which also, like I've said for other photos, I like. I think it's a really cool touch. But there's definitely the sun flare really brings it all together. So really cool job with this one, Taylor. Very creative. I like it. Next we have a surprise entry. I did not expect to get this entry, and to be honest with you, I'm not even sure how he got the photo. But next is MJ, and here's MJ's before and after, and I'm just gonna chef's kiss on this one. This is so funny. This is awesome. I was so surprised. I got a DM on Discord from MJ, and I was just like, what is this? He sent me a photo, and then I saw this, and I'm like, oh my god. So the references aside, the edit actually is nice. I love the greens. It's a very luscious green color, just like Taylor had. The greens just flow really well throughout the whole photo, and the waterfall has that blue tint, and it looks like he actually did some masking to it because he even added water to the bottom where like the waterfall normally flow out. So like in the original, it's a very like dark and like very like blank stream. He kind of made it seem like it's like a river flowing. So I think that's awesome. So really good job on that one. And then obviously he added a bunch of stuff, which I think is great. There's a Magikarp at the bottom of the river, which is awesome. He added, I can't really tell what that is. It looks like a Klefki, the Pokemon inside the waterfall. I don't know if that's actually what it is. but it's hard to tell with the quality. But then he added the Sonic rings. He added a pipe from Mario. He added Yogi Bear with the picnic basket running in the top, and he had Kirby over the guy. So instead of masking out the guy, he put Kirby over him, kind of sucking him in, which is phenomenal. So MJ, very good job on this one. Very creative. This was absolutely hilarious. So great job, MJ. I really hope you enter again in the future because this was great. So that was week 18 of the editing challenge, but no going nowhere. We're going to roll the intro. We're going to get into week 19. So roll the intro.
FroManMark's editing challenge.
So yeah, again, shout out Jay Santa for the intro music, the background music, and all the music. Shout out to Jay Santa for that. I'm gonna start having him over here with a boom mic for the shows from now on. This way, he's doing all audio by Jay Santa. So week 19. Week 19 is this photo I took in North Carolina. It's just this view that was just gorgeous. I was there with my family, and just the view was just awesome because you kind of see on forever. So you can see all these trees, and you can just see the mountains in the distance, and there's beautiful clouds out that day. So it was just awesome to be there with everybody and just to have this awesome view. So that is the photo. Here are the photo specs for the photo. What lens I used, you get it, all the settings I use. So if you have any questions, comment down below. So yeah, that photo's from North Carolina. I believe the park was Blowing Rock. It's like this famous rock, and yeah, but the view of the mountains was great from there. So let's check the iPad and see what the edits we got for this one is. Oh, another fun fact before we get to the edits, I just want to point out the best thing about this is we were there in like September, I believe. It was last year, so it was either September or October. So the leaves haven't changed yet, but they were close to changing. So if you look closely, you can see there is some fall foliage starting to happen, but it wasn't like there yet. And since it's down south, it's you know where we're from. Like it might have been like in New York, it was starting to get a little bit more foliage here, but down south it wasn't much, but there was still a little bit of it. So you'll see in some of the edits people try to pull from it. I hope. I haven't really looked at the edits yet, but I know I did. So let's check out the edits. And first up for week 19, we have me. Here's my before and after. So what I did, and since, well, it's kind of worked since I've just given the explanation, first thing I want to do is I really want to draw out the latent fall colors, because like I said, fall was just about here, just wasn't here yet in this. So I really wanted to kind of bring out the reds, the oranges, the yellows, without taking away from the greens. So I really wanted to kind of like work out and kind of like make those colors pop a little more. So if you look, you'll see a lot more of the fall colors that are there, just like kind of hidden, because it's still very much overflowed with green, which I like green, so it's cool. So yeah, so I really wanted to kind of have that be the main point of the photo was to draw out that fall colors. The sky looked awesome, so I kind of just like I lowered the highlights a little bit and kind of brought a little bit more clarity to the sky to kind of make the clouds pop a little more. And I added a flock of birds because I added something. I need to add something, so I added a flock of birds. Yeah, so that's my edit. I hope you enjoy my edit, and let's check out the next one. Next we have Marissa. Here's Marissa's before and after, and I love this. I think it kind of has like a little darker, like sunsetty vibe, because it has a little bit of like a purple tint to it, and it's a little darker. So I really feel like I'm looking at it like you're there, and it's like kind of closer to sunset, which with the color palette, which I think works really well here. You know, the colors, just like I said, it flows well. I don't know, it just has like a little bit of like a cooler vibe, a more purple tint to it. So it just, the whole thing flows really well. So looks like a simple but very effective edit. So really good job, Marissa. Next we have Tom Fox. Here's Tom Fox's before and after, and I feel like he went with like the blues a lot here, because like the first thing I'm noticing when I'm looking at this is like first off, the mountains in the distance have a blue tint to it, which I really like on this. I think the colors just flow really well from like green to blue. It mixes really well. It's a really good color fusion right there. The rocks are the same colors they're supposed to be, which I like. I definitely didn't do that well in mine. I think the colors just flow really well. It has like a very natural look to it, but very much is like compared to the before and after, it's very much bumped up, which I really like. Just the blues hit, just the green into the blue works really well here. So really good job on this one, Tom. Next we have Sarah. Here's Sarah's before and after. Now it's funny because I was looking at Tom's and I realized there was a house in the distance that I definitely didn't get rid of because I just didn't see it until I was looking closely at his edit. And now I'm seeing that Sarah did get rid of it. So very good job on that one, Sarah. You're very good with getting rid of the stuffs. Overall, it looks like just like the colors are popping a little bit more. The greens have a little bit more of a yellow tint to them rather than green, which kind of does work with the fall colors, makes the rest of the fall colors really pop a little bit more. And the blues go really well here. So very simple but effective edit. You got rid of stuff that I didn't even see. So really good job on this one, Sarah. Next we have Taylor's. Here's Taylor's before and after, and this one's just very creative. I'm not sure exactly why you went with the tree overlay. but I don't think it looks bad. I'm not really, like I said, I don't really understand the purpose of it, why, but at the same time, like, I don't hate it. You know, the colors in the photo itself behind the trees looks cool. The greens look a little muted. I like that. But overall, it's a very creative edit with the tree line. Like I said, I'm just trying to like kind of understand why, but at the same time, like it's different. It's cool, and that's the best part about this is, you know, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So like, I think it's different. I wasn't expecting something like this, but it doesn't look bad. So really cool job on this one. Thanks for being creative. Keep it up. Next we have Nick. Here's Nick's before and after. So Nick did a cool job with you know, making the greens like really pop. He got rid of all the fall colors so that the greens really pop really well. So I think it flows well, and then it fades into the blues. And I feel like the blues kind of looks more like, I don't know, it looks like a cartoon, like how blue it is. Like, I think it's awesome. And then it flows really well into the mountains. And it just overall, it's like there's only green and only blue in this photo, so it flows really well. So really good job on this one, Nick. It's a cool edit. I like it. It's different. I feel like it just, the lack of the other colors just really make those two colors really predominant. I think it really works well. And last, but definitely not least, the birthday girl, Brianna. Here's Brianna's before and after. And yo, those purples hit. That looks awesome. The greens and purples flow so good here. Also, you got rid of the house. That's awesome. You did that better than I did, so very good job on that one, Brianna. Love it, love it. I love the colors in the trees. I love how the purples are in the trees where the fall colors were. The sky looks awesome, and the mountains look awesome with the purple tint, so really good job on this one. And there we have it for week 18 and week 19 of the editing challenge, FroManMark's editing challenge. Thank you so much for all those entered. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means the world to me. It is so cool to see what you guys are doing and to keep up and being creative, so I think that's so cool. So we have the reveal right now for weeks 20 and 21, what photos are going to be. And one thing I've noticed that I have kind of used photos from different states every week. So I'm going to continue that trend. I don't know what photos I'm picking yet because I'm shooting this on Friday. This goes up Monday. I'm going to edit it throughout the weekend. So I don't know what photos I'm going to pick, but I'm going to try to pick 2 photos from 2 states that we haven't used in the past couple weeks, so that like we can kind of like, oh hey, if you edited everyone, you did this is so, yeah, you know, I'm going to try to keep it. So basically no Oregon, no North Carolina, no New York. I forgot what last week's photos were. There's one from Georgia, so no Georgia next week. But yeah, I'm gonna look at the photos. We're gonna pick 2 states that we haven't used in the past couple weeks, so that boom. And thank you so much for entering. And here are the photos. I forgot to even put them on screen. So ready, 3, 2, 1. Here are the photos, and I hope you're looking forward to editing them. I can't wait to see what you guys are gonna do with them. So again, I've been Mark. You've been you. Thank you for checking out FroManMark's editing challenge. I hope you want to enter. I hope you want to edit the photos. Be creative. Have fun. It's free. Why not? Thank you so much. But most importantly, have a fantastic day. Peace. Oh yeah, make sure you check out Jay Santa, because he did an awesome job with this music and the intro video and everything. So make sure you're checking out Jay Santa. Are you checking him out yet?